video, we're going to take a look at making a post or page in WordPress or Classy Press with respect to the SEO and social media automation functions we build into the site. I'm going to start with this sample post in this fitness diet niche site, and it's just got a few paragraphs. It's about 800 words long, H2 and H3 tags, and a title, and that's about it. The title is a tahini sauce recipe, so that's got some keywords in the slug there. And the first thing we're going to start with is a featured image. But I'll just show you this guide that we have on the right hand side here. And this is for admins to, it's like a checklist to tick off to get the post to be a work of literary genius. It's the objective. And so we're going to start with a featured image. Now, there isn't one at the moment, so in this instance, I'm just going to add one that I've already got in the media library for now, and we'll look into the sourcing of images shortly. So just put that in there. So we've got a featured image now. We're just going to save it. We're not going to publish it at the moment. And the next step is, if we go to our checklist, is the images. We'll start with those, as soon as we're on images. The checklist, it says add one image to the copy. Well, you can add more than one. You can add, any number of images to your post. In this case, we're just gonna put 2 in for now, in between the paragraphs. So we're going to use the Pixabay plugin, although there is a Pexels one and probably a couple of more. We always put these in for admins to be able to source images from the royalty-free sites from within the admin area of WordPress. That makes life a lot easier and quicker. So we're going to search for tahini, and we'll use that one that's come up there. Now, there is also an option with this to use it as a featured image. So you could do that in the previous step that I've just done. You could use the plugin for that as well. But here we're just going to insert it into the post, and then look for another one. So that goes there, and then we're going to put another one a little bit further down, say here. This time I'm going to use a different keyword search and try source. Very original. Spell it right. Search for source and see what comes up. See if we can get anything resembling just tahini sauce. And scroll down, have a look. These are all Pixabay images. These are royalty free, so you don't need to worry about getting sued, anything like that. We found one here, so we'll put that in. That's a picture of a bowls of sauce that look very suspiciously like tahini sauce. So we'll put that in there. There we go. Now you can add as many images as you like, but for now I've just put 2 in. And then that icon will turn green. And then we'll carry on and do all the others. So the next part is probably the categories and tags. You need to put the post in a category. You can put the post in more than one categories. And so this time we'll do diet, nutrition, and recipes, because it is a recipe. And tags, we'll just use 2, but you can use a lot more if you want to. Tahini sauce and sauce. So we'll put a couple of tags in and categories. So that sort of fixes that. We've got it all properly tagged, categorized now. And that's another icon that'll turn green. And so we carry on. Next part, take another look at the checklist. Here we go. What's still red? Post is still poor, by the way, at the moment. We'll take a look at the excerpt and the meta description and meta title now. So that's orange. It needs looking at. So the excerpt is typically the first couple of paragraphs of your post. That's sort of irrespective of the subject. It's usually the first two paragraphs of the post, although it can be other parts of it. So we'll put that in the excerpt box, and then we'll use the exact same text for the meta description. But the meta description we're going to have to shorten a little bit, because the meta description should be under 160 characters. So we're going to shorten that to something like, I think it's 155 or something like that, 156 characters. And then finally the meta title. This is a custom meta title that shows up in the search as overrides the standard title. We're going to shorten that and place that in there, like so. So we've got a meta title that's 32 characters long. That's under the 60 recommended maximum. So we've got the excerpt, the meta description, and the meta title. We'll save that. Save that, and that icon should turn green as well. So as you see, we've got a checklist of icons that, as you go through them and correct the errors or whatever, they turn green slowly. The post is still poor though, because there's a bit more work to do. The next part is add links to your own site. Now, this can be referenced in other pages, other parts of the site, or related content, and so on. So if we look down the bottom, put a line here. If you like this tahini sauce recipe, then why not try this other one? So we've got another recipe that's already been written days before, and we're going to link to that. So we just look for that, search for the page, and there we go. That shows up there. So we insert it and link to it as a recommended reading. And that's how, in this instance, we're linking to internally to the site. So that's and then we do the external links. I usually do both internal links and external links at the same time. So if you look at the external links, now external links can be all sorts of things. They can be links to external sources, references, articles, or related external content to your post, or they can be something like affiliate links or advertising or anything like that you put in at the bottom there. Now here we're just linking. These are affiliate links, and they're linking to other products and things like that. And they're external links. They all go to external sites for the readers to have a look at. So that's the external links and the internal links done. So we've got that. You can put more than one internal link in, by the way, but I've just put one in for now. So they've all turned green now, and according to this, the post looks pretty awesome. But there's still a little bit more to do. If now we look right down the bottom, now I'll put this keyword in already, but normally you wouldn't have done that yet. And the tahini keyword, you would type in to the target keyword box here, and that analyzes the post and makes sure that the keyword shows up in the right places as recommended by SEO practitioners. And you can see that it showed up in all the right places. It's in the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, the meta title and the meta description. Just a little thing there. The meta description is too long. Now that's possibly not quite correct because it is under 160 characters, so we'll leave that, but normally that shows up if your meta description is too long and it's above 160 characters, but as long as it's below 160 it should be fine. So that's a little guide for all your keywords at the bottom of the page in the post, and you can also use more keywords. You can type in a comma separated list of them, and then it will guide you as to where they're found in your copy and your H1, H2, H3 tags. So you can ensure that they appear in the right places by adjusting your copy a little bit to make sure they're in there somewhere. Yeah. So that's your keywords. So we're going to save that, and then the final part. I mean, it still says now the post looks awesome. There's just one more thing to do, because we build into the sites. All the sites that we build are built for social media, and I'm just going to show you a graphic as to why that is. This is a little infographic that shows how people's habits have changed over the last few years. We've got in 2019, people watched TV nearly 2 hours a day, but that's predicted to drop right down to 54 minutes a day next year. So the trend is that there's a big downward trend to people watching TV, and the use of social media is rapidly on the increase. Typically, it's going to go up to something like over 3 hours a day on social media. And this is not reflected by advertisers' spend for some reason. So they, may be missing something, but it seems clear that social media is going to be the primary sort of focus for people who devour media. So it's a good place to advertise. So you want all your posts to go to social media. So we automate everything. When this post is finished, it will be automatically posted to all the social media accounts, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and anything else that's connected to the account. So you only have to make the post once. Once you've built a good post, published a good post, you don't have to do it 7 or 8 times again for social media publication. You only need to write it once, and it's all fully automated. It will, as soon as the post is published, it will also go out to all your social media accounts. So that's why we build in this little thing here, and this is actually a rescheduler. This reposts the post periodically afterwards. So it kind of reminds your customers or potential customers that you're still there. And the post is reposted every 2 or 3 weeks, etc. Over time, it keeps getting reposted, it's rescheduled. So as you build up a sort of portfolio of posts and articles, publications and so on, these will be constantly reposted to your social media fans or potential customers and so on. And that's the last bit. That button, what it does is it uses AI to take some of the text from the post and use it as a part of the intro for the social media post. And you can see it's made a few different examples of it. There you go. You've got Twitter and various other, Instagram, Pinterest, and so on, LinkedIn. It makes a little title or intro text for that post. It also publishes an excerpt of it as well, and the image to social media. So that's about wraps it up, really. This is a basic guide to making an awesome post using our SEO functions and so on. There is just one more little thing that comes up, and that's we also have an SEO Booster, which changes your links to keywords. To keywords and other aspects as opposed to links, and appends a keyword list to the page as well. So that's on the right there as well. So we published that. That's all finished, and we've now got everything in. Everything's green. The post is awesome, and you've done everything right. You've got all your keywords in the right place. You've got all your images in. You've got your featured image. You've got your external and internal links, and that's the basics of making a good post. As I say, it will only be needed to make it once. You won't need to make it again. That'll be it. So it's just once the admin gets the sort of hang of it, so after probably 2 or 3 posts, it will be a quick and easy way of making a proper, well-formed, quality post for your website or business. Now, the optimum size post is said to be around about 14 to 1500 words. That's for sort of articles that get page 1 views and things like that. So if you want to bear that in mind, but it doesn't have to be that size, but that's the optimum size, about 1400 to 1500 words. So that's it. That wraps it up. Just a quick run through of how to use the SEO and social media automation functions and build a post in your website. Thanks very much.